It is July 15th, I think. Um, the other day was busy and fraudulent with the team cracking in on itself and beating against very. Um, it was the unstoppable force meeting the immovable rock, I felt. I'm sorry, my voice is super weird right now. But from that, I'm gonna say we're gonna start with Bastion in this coffee shop waking up early to brew. Um, and outside the door, waiting politely, is Mr. Swainson in a suit and hat.
Uh,
He's
um,
holding a paper or a journal in his hands.
Mr. Swenson, you need me for something?
Yes, I need you. I was hoping you may remember our agreement.
Yeah.
Good, because I have felt that the dead king is actually dead. Well, not really dead, but passed on from this mortal coil. And now you're coming against the negotiator of the group.
The one who fled the city? Or, well, is preparing something outside of the city?
No, there's one outside of the city.
Yeah.
They're not supposed to do that.
Yeah, it seems that all hell broke loose in terms of the rules. I'm not sure how to bring it back because your side has no organization.
Well, that is the beauty of it.
Is that the word?
Life is spontaneous. Why can't we? Any case, do you mind if I come in? I love a cup.
Yeah, sure.
mm. Give me 2 seconds. Oh, God damn it. In any case, he goes in. What? I'm back.
Yeah.
He just comes in and goes, "Well, I'm glad you remember it." He's not a fighter, so you're going to. His entire gimmick is he hires someone else to be his champion from this world. Whoever kind of giggles, or whoever kind of like makes him giggle, is the law to being hired by him.
Great. Because I haven't had enough really annoying people to deal with lately.
Well, if you can get him talking, then I'm sure the hired help is just going to be a show. I thought
Uh,
I'd warn you,
yeah.
as he is my colleague, or was my colleague.
Also, you think
Hmm?
if I win, and well, I guess when I win, um, would your would the birds be willing to talk about having this be the last of these kinds of events?
Well,
I'd
that
rather.
depends. Are you going to give us a foothold in your world to act upon it?
I mean, I'm trying to get around to talking to some of the gods about it, but that is the goal. I'd rather um this whole mess was caused by really people who aren't involved with either of our parties, and now we are just randomly involving Earth in a spitting contest that's really not worth the planet's time.
That is a very practical choice.
I'm a very practical person.
I appreciate that, even if some people may not.
He kind of laughs. He's like, "Yeah, a lot of people seem to not." But
Oh, trouble in paradise.
I don't know when my team could ever be described as paradise. It On a good day we were a mess. Right now it's just I don't want to think about it. I
Might I suggest circling the wagons? All the big powerhouses in Birdland did that when they heard about me trying to sniff up for the challenge. You should ask the third one about it. My colleague. I'm sure he'd love to tell you. It's basically the most important and active thing he's done his entire life. Besides now,
may
of course.
Yeah, well maybe I'll look to some alternative measures to deal with my team as really they're sometimes it feels like they're limiting, but I guess that's my own business, right? So do you know where he's going to be? I would rather not have a second showing of mass targeting of all the citizens of this city just to pull me out.
Well, I believe he's been making waves in a different sort of way, less physical, more monetary.
Great.
So to preserve the game, I will tip my hat and politely leave. Thank you for the coffee. It was delicious.
Mhm. Have a good day.
And so Mr. Swenson kind of like tips his hat and walks out the door. We'll
Yeah,
swap over. Um, really, I only have one other scene, but before I get to that, would anybody else like to have a scene?
Yeah.
Rock and roller, what do you want? What are you doing this
Uh,
morning?
he is visiting Joey's place
Okay.
since
As
he
rock
also
and
wants.
roller or Ian?
I think as rock and roller comes with a scooter at the Noir's house.
So you pop on by, and the sky just seems a little bit darker than the rest of the neighborhood. Like morning sun
Oh,
hasn't quite reached this part of land.
oh, Joey's dad must be here. Then he jumps off the scooter and looks through the window.
You find nothing but pitch blackness.
He opens the window. Hello?
An
Anyone
entire
home?
wall slams into your face as soon as you open the window.
A wall? Like a physical
Like
brick wall?
like a physical, like I wouldn't say brick, but like shadow.
Ow! Hey, anyone home? I need to talk. Oh,
A whispery voice comes in and goes, "We do not recognize you, music bringer."
wait, who is this? Joey, is that you?
And from the window, you see Joey's dad kind of like half blinking. And he kind of goes through the window.
Oh,
And you kind of see
hello.
half of his face is already in his shadow form.
Is it a bad day to visit?
Are there any good days with you, kid?
Look, I need help. I
With
need it
what?
from the birds.
What do you
They're
mean the
wrecking the whole,
birds?
that the ones that wrecked the whole city. Have you been outside, old man?
Sam's taking care of that.
Yeah, but I need to stop it.
What do you mean you need to stop it?
I need to stop it for good.
Stop what?
The bird. That
Hey,
whole
do you hear
thing.
yourself?
Yeah, and I love it.
That explains a lot.
Look, old Shadow. Your wife, she doesn't give a fuck about all of this, and I need someone powerful who knows this shit about the Greeks. And she was
She's
there since the
exactly the
very
person you need.
exactly.
And
Then
you
why are you?
insulting her isn't gonna make me pliable for help.
Can I talk to your son, maybe, or
He's out of
her?
the country with her, trying to teach her how to break out the whole let's not shoot people business.
Oh man. Well, which banana republic do I have to visit to find them?
None that you're gonna be able to swim to in time to be back.
Well, then I steal a plane. I mean, rent a plane.
Yeah, kid, maybe you stop being so subtle about it.
Ah, just tell me
About what?
where your wife is.
She didn't tell me. She never tells me this.
Ah, god
It's
damn it.
an agreement.
Well, maybe you should get out of the house once in a while.
I do. It's called hero work.
I thought you were tired.
I have to mentor my. I'm shadowing my kid. Pun intended.
Oh. all right. Fine. And just ask Joey, and he just goes to Facebook and writes Joey. Yo, dude, where are you? I need your mom. Birds. Exclamation mark, exclamation mark.
And you kind of like hear like a notification sound inside the house.
Oh no!
You really don't understand this, do you?
Not in my current state, no.
Listen, we're not about the Greek bird business.
But your wife is
Demons
Greek.
and night. No, like yes, but
I need someone who doesn't give a fuck about what Zeus and all his kids do. And your wife is the only one who's high above and allowed much. Just
have you tried
fuck.
talking to the earth? No, wait, she cares too much. Night. There's no, you can't talk to the night sky because that also isn't out yet because it's morning. And it's not Zeus now, it's Jupiter.
Who cares which planets they are?
They care.
Fine, then I just look for someone else who maybe can solve the fucking problem.
Haven't you tried going to a library, kid? Like a magical
Yes.
library?
And I met a magical one.
Yeah.
All right, where's the next one? And how well is the security?
In Sangoma, and if I swear to God, kid, if you break into that place, the entire department's gonna be on your head.
All right, I knock first before I break in. How's that? And he runs to a scooter.
You have no idea.
Tell Joey he still owes me $10. And then
They'll get to you never.
Then he drives off.
Oh boy. Does anyone else have any actions before I get back to that?
Nope.
Nope. Eddie? I guess not. Bastion? Oh, there goes Eddie. No, wait, no, there goes Kyle. Stomp, you still here? Stomp. Okay. Would Bastion like to do anything?
Yeah. Well, if he's trying to save battery life, I guess it'll be something other than talking to Eddie. Um, so I guess I'll see if Apollo's around to try to get to talk to the upper management of Godhood and be like, hey, can let's talk about a way to end this rather than prolong it. Because I would imagine Apollo doesn't have the authority to be like giving them any station. So I probably need to talk to Jupiter.
Roll me a provoke.
Cool. Give me 1 second. I did it.
Yeah, so you have you're like looking for Apollo, and then like a sunbeam just directly goes onto your face, and you feel the connection.
Apollo,
Yes.
I need to speak to Jupiter.
Why?
Well, from talking to the dead king, it doesn't seem like uh the birds were in the wrong as much as I was led to believe, in which case I think controlled compromise is better than constant conflict. If not for ourselves, then at least the people who believe in us, which is, the duty of a deity to protect their followers. And I can't really offer them a more permanent foothold without permission from the leader.
This is gonna be like a Geneva Convention kind of talk. You understand that, right?
That's a talk that I'm used to giving.
Okay. Point. Um. Okay. Two things. You're gonna have to win it. Then you're gonna. It can't be done before the contest is over. It's gonna need another talk, and it's probably gonna happen afterwards.
Yeah, I was planning on using the leverage gained by winning to help solidify this negotiation, but I would like to have an idea as to whether our side is willing to do that before offering it to the opposing side as I beat them.
At this point, it's something like an awful family reunion. We've all lost people to this.
Yeah, which is reason for it to stop.
That's what I'm. That's what that means is we've all lost people. So we might come around to that if the birds can not just reign anarchy on Earth, and if they can be play nice.
Also, the more cynical side of myself says that it's easier to deal with an antagonistic force that is centralized in its location if they have to be on Earth we can allow terms that would make it easier for us to keep track of them. Rather than this situation where it's kind of a little bit nebulous at times as to where they are, what they're doing, why they're doing it.
Here's the thing: is they're just all supposed to be in the champion city. They're all supposed to be there.
Yeah, supposed to is the operative word, though.
Which is why a lot of us aren't happy that they went against that. So you win it. You make an example out of this rule breaker. Then we'll see where we're at.
All right.
Peace talks are a separate business. That are going to have to be a separate business to this.
As long as they happen. I'm not one for passing the problem off to the next generation. I want this done with me.
Noble sentiments. It's been raised before. In any case, I'll get Mercury on it.
Got it. I'll try to talk to the rest of my team. Well, most of them at least.
All right. And the scene cuts with that as the light fades from like Bastion's face, and we cut over back to Kel. You found the one mystical repository, and you had to go look through the Illuminati's kind of like outpost book, and you see in Singoma's shop and repository for the mystic. And so you're there, 7 a.m. or it's 8 a.m.
Yeah. Yeah, he knocks and rings.
A girl kind of like you wait 5 minutes, and a girl eventually comes to the door, kind of like getting the a girl and a man come to the door. The girl is this. You've seen her before as you visited in Sangoma's shop before, and the guy you've seen him is Tewas.
What is his name?
Tewas.
Talos.
Tewas.
Tewas. Oh, okay.
And they're both kind of like rubbing the stuff out of her eyes. Tewas has like a bit of pancake like on plates next to him.
Hello, I'm rock and roller.
We know.
Oh,
and
okay.
She looks to Tewas and she goes, you don't work here, I'll handle it. And he goes, and he gives like his you notice that his hands and his arms and like his chest and like legs going down are gauntleted and armored, but not his head.
Ooh. Nice gauntlets.
Thanks, I can't get them off.
Cool.
Not really. That was a joke.
Yeah, I know. Anywho, I need some help.
Yes, you're in dire need. It is an inauspicious day. And she kind of like stamps around and she like kind of like looks under the rug and go, oh, devil? That makes sense.
I don't want to go that far yet.
No, the tarot card devil. And she kind of kicks underneath the rug and there's only one card.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Is that good or bad?
depends. Because it means fun, but it means addiction. And you can get bonded to something if you're not careful.
That's deep.
You know, like deal with the devil and all that. Any case, you're here for
Whatever.
help about forces that are playful but addicting. Or have infinite bonds. Very hard to break out of, but with willpower you can.
Well, good that I'm a rock star. I don't give a shit about rules. I want to break them, especially the ones that brings the birds back every millennia.
It's funny a rock star doesn't care about rules but has to worry about musical rules.
Well, you have to play the music somehow, but you have to feel it. You don't have to learn. You just can't learn it from a sheet. You have to feel it right here. And he puts his hand on his chest.
Well, that's the performing aspect, isn't it?
Absolutely, but that's from the heart. That's where the magic comes from. If you don't have a heart, then there's no sense in playing music. Unless you're a pop star, and his eyes get like very shifty.
I'm not gonna get into that. In any case, you're here about that kind of help. How can I help?
Yeah. How can I stop the birds and the thing from returning and Sam probably dying or becoming like a worse version of himself?
Sam. And she like kind of like there's another one next to it and she kicks that over and she goes, Hanged man. Suspended. Huh. She kind of like taps her like foot for a second. Not really self-destructive.
Well, he is. Or is he at least becoming a worse person as this goes on?
Well, the birds can be driven off by the champion, which Bastion's been nominated by the Roman pantheon on behalf of the former Greek pantheon to take up the fight against the birds. This ends with either one of the two champions winning. The rules is they have to kill each other within a week, or else the birds get to play with Earth.
Yeah, I get it, but we need to stop it.
Well, that's between the two parties.
Exactly. I need to find a way to either get them together or destroy them both.
You're trying to destroy your friend's pantheon?
If it saves them, yes.
But Bastion's always been straight. I mean, like on the straight and narrow. Well, not really. No, okay, maybe not.
That's
He's always
the
been
issue.
good.
Yeah, that's the issue. He's way too straightforward. He needs to think outside the box
That's
to
funny.
solve this problem.
The two poles are not cooperating and balancing each other out.
What if I force them to come to an agreement to stop this?
Well, you'd have to topple two sets of gods.
Well, I'm a rock star. I can do that.
We just
I can
hear one
topple.
loud ha! Ha ha ha! Ooh.
Man, rock stars are there to topple the establishment. You have to know.
And why is there still an establishment? Why is there still 15 establishments? There's 100 establishments, and if I'm not mistaken, you work for an establishment, don't you?
Well, at least until all my records are erased. Look, lady, just tell me, what can I do?
support the champion.
What if I don't want to do that? If that's the wrong way to lead down, go down.
Then this is amazing. Oh, the gods. Oh, the gods. We're one set of gods. Oh, one set of gods, and another set of gods fighting each other. Humanity is caught in the collision. Oh, great Troy, your fate has fallen on Earth so many times. You're asking to break a cycle that can only be stopped by the people turning the wheel. And you can't really stop the people turning the wheel unless you either can get to their level or if you can appease them both.
Huh. Okay. Guess it's time to go to war with Mount Olympus.
Speaking about that, I have a message for Bastion from on high.
Oh? Alright, let me get out my notebook.
No,
Alright,
I'm going
ready.
with you.
Oh, okay, okay, he looks so Scooter. How about we do it like the White Stripes and go there?
What
Have
do
you
you
done
mean?
this before?
No?
And he started and Rockroller starts playing guitar and there's like a set of drums appearing beside him and he like points at it. Just get on it.
Okay.
And then like in the music video of Hardest Button to Button, they just travel by just duplicating their drum set and their guitar and just like travel route down.
This is more like Black Betty, to be honest. Reminds me more about that.
Have you seen the music video of Hardest Button to Button from the
No,
White
I did
Stripes?
not.
You
I haven't
should.
seen the video for it.
Then you know what I mean.
In any case, you go with Tewaz in tow, just actually showing him aptitude you didn't even think he was going to have. Though, as soon as you see, like, you're traveling through the city and then a sword pops on his back, the which he just looks to it, takes it off, like, unsheaves it, and then hurls it in the distance.
What was that for?
I don't use it.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. Making our way to Sam's coffee shop.
Yep. And so, Traveler, I guess you're up by now.
I would imagine so.
Also, Bruja looking much healthier. And you three are in the coffee shop when Rock and Roller pops along with Tewaz.
Yeah, Sam, we just see a long row of drum sets and guitars behind Rock and Roller. Just leading through the whole street. Yo, Sam!
Why?
He's a good musician.
Exactly, it's the magic of rock and roll.
Very sensible thing with her to do. Sam, I bring a message from Johnson.
Yes.
Post-trauma is back in the city. And you're like blinking for a couple of seconds, and then you remember like one morning is you heard this message while you were still under Shroudhound. And he goes, I'm going to have to take a minute. And all you can hear and all you remember is just his head thudding against like a bulkhead door. In frustration.
Who
Great.
or what is? Sorry.
More annoying people, I'm assuming.
More immortal, annoying people.
Yeah, Bastion hears that and says, "All right, I'm gonna need to make a phone call with my dad."
That's fine. Any case, I think you should see Joey first. I've also been because of this arrangement. I've been actually that was my job. I've been summoned to Japan till then.
All right.
The twins over there are having trouble.
Noted.
And yeah, you pop away. And like he just walks through your door and down the steps and looks to the witch and he narrows his eyes. And he looks to you and then he just kind of like shakes his like he doesn't you can see there's a slight unnerve set within him. And she just kind of like does like a toodaloo to him and he just leaves.
Good. Don't. Last thing I need is someone else starting shit. Yeah, he's gonna call Shroudhound and try to get some more information about this.
You can roll the reading the files
Yeah.
for the
Oh,
first
boy.
time in forever.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh? Oh, I get to ask one question, which I guess will just be like, who are they? All right.
Post Trauma is a Bronze Age hero of the early 90s. Actually,
I have a feeling this is going to be the champion that I have to now deal with.
of the very early 90s is when he started. He was born in the 80s. He's a psychotic, what you might know as, he basically got dumped in the immortal juice that Achilles got a part of, except it doesn't give him vulnerability, it gives him regeneration. However, due to the hideous amount of scarring, and he just wanted one, he wears this kind of like mask, like usual clothing, and has a robotic left arm. He likes cracking jokes, and he's a general pain in the ass to any normal hero. The image on his file is this.
Great.
He's basically one of the best melee combat fighters, shooters in the entire place, only surpassed by a few. And he was even said to be given training by a god of war, or at least that's what he jokes about.
Dealing with a lot of low mental maturity people as of late. He just groans as he hangs up and heads back downstairs to talk to Joey about, or not Joey, Rock and Roller about whatever this is.
Rock and roller, you finally have your audience with Sam.
Yo, Sam,
Yeah,
what up?
I will probably have to fight a crazy person, but that's not really new.
Not really. Look, we can't like do this with the birds anymore. We have to stop that.
You going to expound upon this idea or just say the thing that I'm trying to get handled?
Well, you're trying to probably solve it by riding with the flow, you know? But I want to go against the machine. really rage against it.
So what the birds want?
No, I want to destroy the birds and Mount Olympus.
Denied.
Or at least threatening them to do that so they finally stop all of this so we don't have to do this in a century again. Rockstars can live a long life. You have to look at Keith Richards. He's been alive for eons.
That's a pretty great way to get my power stripped and the rest of us killed. Also, we don't have the firepower to challenge the gods. I wouldn't really. That is a plan that wholly helps out the birds because you can't challenge all of them at once because they're not organized. There's just a lot of flaws there.
Oh, but you have enough firepower to take out all of bird kind. That's what you dare.
Whether through words or force, am going to present the birds with the situation where continuing their current course of action costs way too much for the seemingly very little benefits they get of getting to challenge and lose. I hope they will talk of compromise.
What if the birds are actually not the bad guys in all of this?
Hence me talking of compromise.
How about we take out both sides?
No.
Why not?
Because Apollo's part of one of those sides. And so is my twin sister. So no. That's attacking multiple members of my family.
Look, we only have to go after Zeus and maybe his bitch of a wife.
Jupiter. And, I mean, if you want the metaphorical raising of hell on Earth, I'm pretty sure that's what Pluto wants.
Look, I don't care what the stupid Disney dog wants. I want this to stop. I want the city to stop being destroyed. Just because a bunch of birds and a bunch of Greek guys are angry at each other. I'm not gonna be the goddamn victim anymore in this.
I mean,
you have to break the system before it works.
Am I in the room, or is this like a private thing somewhere?
No, you're in the room. This is literally in the lobby.
We can barely handle the birds alone, and you expect us to be able to take out, even if we were all on board with taking out the Olympians, to do that. Forces of nature and gods versus us.
Yeah.
Not to mention, this is a wholly short-term plan without any ideas of the consequences, of which I'm almost positive will all be very bad for the people of Earth.
Well, I don't know much in the way of the gods and whatnot, but I would imagine if we took out not only the birds, but the Olympians as well, that would leave a power vacuum amongst whatever weird hegemony goes on in that realm, and that probably would not be a good thing either.
Look, I don't want to destroy Olympus as much as I really want to. I just want to threaten them and force them onto the table. Because otherwise they won't do that. We need both sides to agree to stop this.
And right
now the Olympians, they sit up their high on horse like corporate pop stars, and they don't give a fuck.
You know, he just got done with a talk about that, right? And he said he wants compromise, right? And that the birds might be as bad as you say they are, right? Like, he's been agreeing with you this entire time, right? Just not on the whole pointed the gun at people, because you don't really have a gun. You have like a pea shooter. And on one side, you have guns, and you're like in a forest of people with guns, and every person has a gun, and you can't see them, and the guns are in bushes. And in the other side, you're facing 15 Abrams tanks.
He kind of just turns to Bruja and he's like, yeah, if you sat in on a lot of our arguments as a team, you'd realize it's me most of the time agreeing and compromising with some of what they say, and then that being ignored and the conversation goes on forever.
Oh my God, how do you get anything done?
Unless somebody here whose name is Kratos, I don't think anybody's going to be destroying Mount Olympus.
Yeah, like not to mention, that would involve screwing over the creator of my cousin, killing who I assume raised my twin sister, killing who has been very nice to me, Apollo. Like there's a lot of like it would be pretty bad on all fronts for Bastion, and that is literally that like I'm pretty sure the birds don't care if they have to be attacked if it means that like Mount Olympus gets rendered.
All right, maybe killing is not the good thing to do.
Oh my God! And I was the supervillain.
You talk about breaking the systems. Sometimes it's easier to do it from the inside, and we do have an inside man, even if he is low on the totem pole. I'm kind of motion to Bastion.
Like I feel like we haven't even like talked to Mount Olympus on their stance of compromise, because from at least what Apollo has said, they would actually like that at this point.
Would they now?
Looking at how readily. Oh, sorry.
That doesn't sound like the Zeus I read about, and he pulls out like a little first class like Greek mythology book.
Well, I mean, the first problem is that Jupiter is the one you want to read about. And second,
It's the same.
I mean, it's mythology.
Why is keep everyone telling me they're not the same? They are the same.
Because they're kind of the same.
They're similar. There are differences.
I just throw my first grade mythology book at your heads.
It just torches. It's like Apollo's the one that kind of is the same regardless. But anyways, that's speaking of mythology.
They're kind of all the same.
While the reality of it is that we don't monitor them in their modern day states, which people change with the growing of time typically.
Really now? Then why do we still have to war against the birds?
Because obviously, I'm pretty sure Mount Olympus isn't sure how to vocalize this compromise, and this is the discussion that they weren't ready to engage on, and whether I have to force that to start, I'm willing to do, because that is me reforming.
You want to force it by playing by the system that went on for 1,000 odd years unchanged.
Do any of us know if there's been attempted talks in the past?
I don't know. I was currently looking into that before this plan came about.
It's not really a plan.
Yeah. This idea.
And I would imagine the Olympians don't benefit from the current arrangement in any way, especially looking at how readily Apollo was hurt. I imagine they're not overly thrilled with the system in its current state.
I know that I can argue the need for compromise enough to get Olympus to do it. Now, whether the birds will listen is another thing, but if they are at least half as rational as the dead king and uh, aren't completely tyrannical, they'll see that it's better to gain a foothold rather than depose what has been relatively untoppable for the past millennium. This is going to end with me. It's just a question of like how it's going to happen. And I'd rather have the best case scenario be tried out first before I start endangering Earth lives with something off the wall risky.
All right. But if that doesn't work, I do what I want. But don't wonder just because you're playing by the system, Sam, that the system will treat you nice. Like I
It's been
said,
treating
all
me
of this is going on for thousands of years. Nobody tried to change it. I don't think it will start now. Because I read that book over there, and he points once again to the first great Greek mythology book. And if a god,
which is the wrong
all about
pantheon.
if gods are about one thing, then it's just keeping things like they are, because that's the establishment, and that's how the establishment has power over us. Because you're talking about a family, about a bunch of nut jobs, turning people into stone for the dumbest reasons.
I think doing shit for the dumbest reasons may not be the best argument you want to throw. Kind of looks to you as like, because
Yeah,
I
but
can see quite a couple of examples of that.
I bring change. I bring rock and roll. I bring revolution. I bring the topplement of establishments.
I mean, you bring destruction of public property, and I guess by
Yeah, but
extension,
it's
some people's
worth it.
livelihood.
It is worth it.
And
Is it?
when establishments topple, another tends to take its place. Do you plan to take the place of the Olympians if you were to go with your plan and basically become gods and fill that vacuum, or let others do that and be in the same situation, if not worse?
Fuck no, I don't want to be God.
So you just want to relish in the chaos that such a thing would create?
What the fuck are the gods even doing these days besides sitting on Mount Olympus? Are they even doing anything for us? Also, who says that they're the only gods?
That's
mean, they're
that's my
not.
point. Is if they are removed, or if they lose their power, or whatever the situation is amongst the god entities that exist, however many they may be, it will change the dynamics of, for lack of a better word, their system. And with the broken system, people tend to go into panic, wars break out, things of that nature. Maybe they are all placated right now because they have held their positions for so long, and they aren't really interfering all that much with the ways of humanity. But you take out a chunk of the gods, and now it's a whole new ball game.
Well, if changes come turmoil. I'll figure something out.
I'm sure you will. The thousands of dead people will be very thankful. You need to learn about the word long-term consequence, rock and roller. It's an important thing to think about when you plan an action. And I don't think you have.
Because if I look at you, Sam, it seems to only result in crippling depression all the time. to think about everything and plan it out for millennia ahead.
That's because I don't have a team that believes in me.
I believed once in you,
Oh, those are
Huh.
past tense.
but you're right now on a very shitty path, and I'm pretty sure it's because of your family. Not because of you, because you try to suck up to everyone. Go your own fucking path, Sam. Think outside the box.
It's amazing how much you say without knowing. I am going my own path. I do what a lot of people want of me because I realized that trust is power, and it's a means by which you can cause bigger change in a safer way. Granted, I wanted that team to help be that, but we're too disruptive with actions that endanger too many people.
Oh, so you want to relish in the fact that you killed a soul and ripped it apart in anger and fury, like a fucking asshole.
No, I don't. I did that because he attacked my family, and that I'm human, and it caused a response. Do I regret it? Yes. Did. But that's the thing. That's the weight of this position, and the one I want to fill. The more people you want to protect, the more of the leader you want to be, the harder it is to avoid decisions others will judge you for. Getting rid of things that have to go, because prison isn't enough to change some people. But this is
Vigilante
conversations that
justice.
you can't understand because you don't know the whole thing of a big picture or a long-term consequence, which I'm sure the other rock and rollers have lectured to you in some degree about. I don't have any energy for this argument.
Yeah, me neither.
Just
I
gotta
don't
go
have
and-
the time because I have to stop a goddamn war between gods and birds.
Yeah,
Instead
by
of
starting
playing
one.
into it.
Whatever. Get over yourself. Now we have to find where the third man is. Apparently he's making a lot of monetary transactions. And I assuming post dramatic is his champion that he's hired. So finding him's probably the way.
Alright. Fine. Then let's find this asshole. Whatever he's doing. Then Rockroller pulls out his phone, checks his Twitter feed. Oh, 20,000 more followers. That's it. Oh my god. That's it. That's how I can threaten Olympus. Oh my god, that's such a good idea. And he looks at you guys. I have to go. See you later. He jumps onto his button-to-button line again and continues it down the streets.
Doesn't get it. He doesn't get it. He
They were
doesn't get it.
saying the exact same thing.
See what I'm talking about? At this point, I don't have. Maybe he'll just be struck down and I'll be the end of it. I have to actually. I'll talk to Eddie about doing something about this problem rather than trying to start new ones. Guess I
And
call
you kinda-
Bodkid.
Yeah, you call Bodkid. And meanwhile, in the glass, we see one extremely tall, dark armored figure and another with raven hair looking at Rock and Roller depart. And the shadowed man just kind of nods towards the raven haired. And Rock and Roller, you get a call from Bastion.
No, Bodkid.
Oh, Bodkid. Sorry.
What time is this again? Like, what time of day is this?
It's now 9 a.m.
All right, 9 a.m. All right, then yeah, Eddie would have been awake for like a couple hours, so he's just gonna answer and be like, "Hello, what? I'm in the middle of something right now. What do you want?"
Are you too busy for a mission today?
I'm kind of working on something that I'm going to be using in the future, so I could come out, but how long are we going to be gone for?
I don't know. The third bird has made its presence known, so I mean, if
Um,
you're busy, I'll try to make something happen without you.
give me like 20 minutes. I can be out.
Got it.
Are you guys at the coffee house or?
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I can be there. Should I come in costume or?
Yeah, probably, since we're gonna go out
All
afterwards.
right, yeah, I'll be there 20 minutes. And then he just hangs up. I should also note the entire time that you're on the phone with him, you can hear what sounds like mechanical tinkering in the background. Don't worry, Brian, I'm not actually using this anything.
It's fine.
Flavor text.
What? Okay. So yeah, you wait 20 minutes. You're tinkering. Rock and Roller is going on his miniature crusade, and Eddie shows up to.
Eddie shows up. He's in full costume, sans mask, and he's got. Actually, no, he's got the mask on. He's in full costume. I was gonna say he's got a little bit hidden, but no, he's just in full costume, straight up. Bow and arrow and everything. And he's just gonna be like, so what's the situation? What?
Well, apparently the third bird likes to make some monetary transactions and eventually hire a champion to fight instead of himself. He sees himself as a negotiator of sorts. Post-traumatic, I am assuming, is going to be the one in question. Bronze Age, heavy regeneration, pretty much insane. Supposedly the greatest melee combatant to him, to his own eyes and to the eyes of some others.
So what I'm hearing, a big old smile grows on Eddie's face, and he says, "So what I'm hearing," and he does that thing where he touches his fingertips together. So what I'm hearing is that an archer will be good.
Yeah, I'm hoping that you two can help suppress him while I try to keep up the best I can.
I bet I could. There's a giant, like, toothy, shitty grin on his face, and I bet I can do better than suppress him.
And then outside of that, I'm gonna just again try to make you clear about our mission from now on. I'm hopefully going to win this whole champion thing and use it as grounds to help force a negotiation talk about ending this conflict. I'm still talking through my master about whether or not Olympus is on board. If they're not, I'll get them to be on board. Other than that, the real big thing to note is that Rock and Roller is not to be trusted right now. He's too determined to literally threaten both sides, and thus provoke a war that really the birds will want more than any other side. I'm not saying that you have to act against him, but Please don't go funneling information towards him.
Eddie just kind of looks a little confused and is like, isn't Rock and Roller's role in this team to be the wild card?
This isn't a wild card so much as endangering Earth. This isn't a safe plan at all. And when I pointed it out, he just ignored me. So
I kind of broke down the team already. Like we always got Bastion, you're the leader. We got Traveler. She's kind of like the Lancer. You know what I'm saying? And then we got me. I'm the weirdo engineer guy. And then we got Rock and Roller, and he's the wild card. We never know what he's gonna do. I kind of figured that's the dynamic we got going here.
Yes, but it'd be good if the wild card was a wild card for the enemies.
I mean, I'm just saying, it doesn't sound that out of the ordinary for Rock and Roller to be doing something crazy.
That's for rock and
it's
roll.
not out of the ordinary. The problem is that it's too frequent, and now it's getting to the point where it's too dangerous. I don't have the energy to split myself between two people who are trying to throw the world into chaos. So I need to deal with the birds right now, and I just really Rock and Roller's role is that he's on this team because Mr. Johnson doesn't know where else to put him. And I'm supposed to be the controlling agent, I suppose. But he doesn't listen to me, so that can't really be done. Regardless, I need you. You can do whatever you want. Just don't go reporting to him if he asks for information about our operations.
And he gives a nod and gives a nod and is like, all right, I guess I'll just not deal with Rock and Roller then a lot. Anyway, what's up with this bird guy?
Yeah, I think our best bet's looking for cash flow and locating and following post-traumatic.
I bet I can find some stuff on how.com and I can build some stuff to help us whatever is about to go down.
Thank you.
How long do we have, do you think?
I mean, I'll go make a display so that hopefully he doesn't try to attack the city to grab my attention this time. But I think sooner is better than later. But there's no definite time limit at the moment.
All right, I'll get it on it as soon as possible. Should I focus on just getting stuff for me, or should I try to build some support gear for everybody or anything like that?
He nods. Says, do what you think is best. Your mind is your greatest asset.
All right.
All right. So as the team comes to its end of the briefing, we swap back to Rock and Roller. Rock and Roller, you're trying to smother the believers, right?
What?
I don't know what are you trying to do?
I think currently he's going to try to set something up, like a concert. And I think he's gonna ask his fans for some help once again.
All right, roll it.
You have to roll it.
Oh yeah, that's right. I have to roll him. Cool. This is
Superior.
And what's the move again?
It's the fan move. If you ask them of something, then you roll. And on the 10, they only ask for a small favor. For 9, they ask for a bigger favor. And I think when you roll a 6, you get like repercussion for it. and you have to like redeem yourself in the eyes of your fans before you do that
Alright,
move
0 to
again.
10.
Cool.
So what are you trying to ask them help for?
Setting up a concert and a popularity context
With
on
who?
Twitter with the gods.
Oh. So yeah, they definitely are like up with that.
And
They asked that it's just free, and you get this kind of like old theater hall.
Ooh, nice.
Uh, so it's going good. You're playing like your usual like set, and I'm going to make you roll provoke as you kind of like break it open, and so you're like, and now who's the best on Twitter?
Yeah.
And this
No,
is
I
about
said
10 a.m. Yes.
I only set this up. I'm not going to like start it right now. This is
Okay.
kind of
So
my own little fail safe to force the hands of the gods in my way. Because if I
so
can't kill them, I can't go for the second thing they care about, followers.
because that's how religion works.
Yes, exactly. That's how religion works.
Oh boy. So you still need the roll provoke.
All right, roll that for me.
And yep, you still get a full hit. And you're going for the concert, and at the end, you see two people on the top of the banisters, just like in the middle of it, just ecstatic, like both of them are just clapping. One of them is a girl who's like rainbow dyed hair. The other one is just this kind of like slightly kind of like overweight man in like this stylized tracksuit and sunglasses.
Oh, viewers are not yet admitted to the rehearsal, guys.
I just had to see it. They're calling it the party of the century.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh. Well, what are you good doing it, guys? You're not part of the crew.
No, I'm not.
Well, who are you?
And as soon as he does this grunt, and the girl just kind of like pulls out pom poms, goes BACCHS. He's our man. He's the party. He's the party, man. It's Bacchus, and she like jumps off of the free story like where they're sitting on like from that first story rafters, and she like jumps off, and there's like a tiny explosion that ends in like fireworks, and she just pops out.
Ooh, nice.
That's who I am.
Can you like write that out again? I takes out his notebook again.
It's gonna take her so much longer to get back up here, kid. Do you not have awareness?
Well, what do you guys want?
I want to work something out.
I don't even know who you are. I don't
I'm
make
Bacchus.
Bacchus. Oh, like Dionysus?
Kind of. I was like, you know how you have teenager days? That's that. Like, I am way. It's like I'm actually more mature. Gone on from chugging beer to chugging wine. Any case.
Oh, cool. So, what do you want, Bacchus? I mean, I'm kind of like setting something up against your dad right now. You don't mind.
I don't get that.
Oh,
See, the hills have ears, especially in this place.
okay.
Things are moving.
Yeah, I know, and they move kind of in a shitty place, especially for humans.
And for the gods.
Well, but you're not really trying to change anything right now. At least I don't see it. Well, you sent Sam, but
Let's
that's
put it
kind of
like this. You're having a house party. Your parents come home. And then suddenly there are some feathery friends who just not only just while your parents are lecturing you at your party, they allow it to keep going. And the birds hold guns to everybody in the room in your family. Naturally, it takes a bit to challenge them to a dance off, and you win the first one, but then they keep showing up for a dance off every week. Not to mention that half the dance offs end with the bird shooting the dance off champion anyway. This dance off champion might have been your best friend, your lover, your cousin, your son, your father, your brothers,
yeah. I
and
mean,
you might be angry for a little bit of time.
yeah,
But you still want to party.
of course. But look, I'm also against the birds. I mean, this is not just against the gods too. I mean, the birds are at fault as well.
But blowing up the house isn't exactly the best way to end a dance off.
Who said I'm blowing up the house? I'm just cutting the electricity to the music so nobody can dance for a while, at least as long they don't come to agreement to dance together. That's what I'm trying to do.
Via Twitter.
Yeah.
Kid. Twitter.
Look, the birds, they want chaos, right?
Yes.
But if everyone is dancing out there to my music, nobody's fighting against each other, nobody's causing chaos. That's how we're gonna starve out the birds as well as your family at the same time. And all eyes will be on me and not on your shit.
So you're just gonna go the route of Narcissus.
I'm a rock star, of course I do.
Kid.
Someone has to threat both of your sides with the nuke. I'm King Solomon.
You're,
If you don't
all
both
that's gonna
agree,
happen is you're gonna pull the crosshairs off of each other and onto you and everything you hold dear.
Well, if that's the sacrifice I have to make to finally end this fucking bullshit, well then I guess I have to do it. Because nobody else wants to stop this fight. And I'm here for the people. I don't think either the birds nor the gods care about the people as long as they worship you guys.
Listen, kid. I'm the warner.
Dude.
They sent a party guy to talk to another party guy, and if you do this, you're just going to ruin the entire party, seem like a self-important prick, and everything you love is going to get hurt. Because if you're going to drain the music of everybody, they're going to pull yours.
Well, guess I have to make that sacrifice because you don't want to end the party. Or at least not the casualties. I've seen my mom go sick. I've seen people who have nothing to do with this go sick. I've just seen the goddamn city being trashed by a bunch of birds.
And you know why the birds are doing this? Because they want to fight the establishment. Because they wanted to unplug the electricity and have their own music spout out.
Because I don't give a shit how it started. I just want it to fucking end already.
You're repeating it! My God, you're repeating it! God damn it! I'm here to stop it from happening! Because then it's gonna be Planet Rockstar getting the dick from 2 separate systems.
Well, and what I'm supposed to do?
And
Just
your
sit here?
family.
What I'm
Help the
supposed?
champion. They get 1 wish, 1 reward.
Well, nobody said that about anything. What? Nobody
Because
mentioned
you're
a
not
wish.
the champion. And it's supposed to be a surprise. It's supposed to be fun. I throw a party, we present it. It's not.
Dude, the city is in ruins, and you tell me not to
It's
spoil the fucking
halcyon.
surprise?
Humans ruin this city every goddamn day of the week. Are you gonna remove yourself? Are you gonna remove every human being from Earth just to keep it peaceful in one piece? You should. Because you know what? Pollution's going up. Freaking, you're cracking the Earth. You're even hurting each other. Are you gonna just wipe everyone out?
I never said that.
No, that's what your logic leads to.
Dude. That is not worth it for that stupid little surprise.
What do you mean, stupid little surprise?
How am I supposed to trust you guys?
Because we've been protecting this place since the beginning. When the Titans came and enslaved the entire Earth and cracked it open for shits and giggles.
Well, sorry
We
to
left
say that,
life
Bacchus,
open.
but also your family is like one of the biggest party of douchebags ever.
Alright, I can't get through to you. Kid? Yes?
Look, if Sam gets the wish to end all of this, fine. But should have known that first.
But did you ask? Or did you
Well,
assume?
I don't know what if I should even trust you.
Kid,
I don't know if I can trust Sam right
I'm
now.
the god of partying.
I just don't like what you're trying to do to Sam right now.
What do you mean
That's
what
what
we're trying to do to Sam?
Have you seen what he's doing? He's not my friend anymore. He's just some ravenous douchebag.
You keep throwing him under the bus!
To save him!
By throwing him under a different bus!
Alright.
Look
I
at
trust
him!
you.
He was a beacon! A bright shining star! He's a fucking tired candle now! You have
Alright.
pulled that boy apart!
Fine, I go with Sam's stuff for now. But I swear to God, if you're not upholding the deal and end this after Sam's done with this,
If that is his wish.
I hope it is. Alright, I go with Sam. But this all stands for now. And if I have to come back here, then I'd cut down the power for all of you. Take
Kid.
it down a notch.
That's if you can reach the dial.
Alright. Fine. I dance a line for now.
Cynthia? Hand him the cupcake. And she just she slides a box your way with on a bed of rainbows and fireworks.
I take the whole box and just shove it in my mouth.
Basically, and she's just she just claps cheerfully and then kind of skips away.
I swear, if you want to fuck me over. Then he jumps on the scooter and drives out of the hall.
And so we reached the team again 30 minutes ago. Where do you guys start? Also, rest in peace,
Yeah,
Oh,
I guess the internet finally took him.
yeah. Okay. So I always want to get you to where the third bird is until before I end this.
Yeah. Can I use um? Hmm. Yeah, I was gonna use him because he had the uh.
You can assess the situation.
Yeah, that was that was my other plan. I was like, I have a move to do this, but that would revolve around me generating burn, and it's actually possible for me to pass out from doing that. So let's not. I guess I'll
Trevor,
just
do
assess this.
you have anything to add? You've been awfully quiet.
Uh, not really. Just trying to think of what would be the best way to go about looking for this guy, and short of maybe trying to get some information through the Illuminati. I don't have anything really. That would be a decent starting point.
Yeah, could I do like a either like
Both can
a,
assess.
yeah, either assess or unleash my powers and just kind of like fly around the city and try to get a scope to see because it sounds like a guy like this would make some waves really wherever he is.
I'd say assess is more appropriate.
Yeah, I mean it doesn't matter to me. Go for 3. So what can I use to find post traumatic? Since I assume he will lead me to the other guy.
You see a news article of post trauma, like of getting out of like this private jet and stepping into a limo with a company name on it. And the company is the Traveler. Do you know the the company name?
Mugglomerate?
Yes, here it is. The old MG.
Oh no, it's um the MG management. Dare I say MGM that we must fight. I'm gonna tap Camille on the shoulder and point out the newspaper. Say, seems like he's gone to some company.
Yeah, look at it, see the name, and I've been seeing that name pop up a lot. The last time had something to do with mayonnaise and a lawsuit.
Huh? Like the past couple days, or
Yes, I first saw it on the way to, I don't remember the character's name, but the first bird.
yeah,
Um,
something like that.
and
Hail
then
me, yayo.
I saw the other, I believe it was yesterday actually.
Then yeah, it's probably them. Seeming like Bodkid is tied up. I think he kind of checks his phone. His mom walked in, so he's just trying to hide his stuff. So it's just gonna be me and you for the first contact.
Very well.
So yeah. And so you guys drop over and you walk in front of this big office building like so many of you ever seen before.
Well, I mean, might as well do the front door approach. You think?
And I'm assuming we went in costume.
Yeah.
Yeah. Upon landing, like I visibly kind of tense up, and I have the mask covering my mouth, but there's a semi-snarl on my face just being in front of a building like this, or a corporation type of thing.
Yeah, he sees this and tries to it's just a soft grab of the shoulder to kind of snap you out of it, and just says, "Relax. Now isn't now isn't the future yet. We'll handle this."
A very stern nod.
And he knows that's the best he's gonna get, so he's like, "I will do the front door approach in case this was a weird coincidence and he's not actually tied, but in case hopefully they will be semi-honorable and it'll just be us fighting the champion. In case they pull anything funny, be ready to teleport us out."
Yes, sir.
With that, he kind of leads the two of them into the building and see what's inside.
So yeah, you see what's inside, and you meet the front desk, and then there's this man who automatically recognizes. Ah, Mr. Champion.
He nods and says,
The
before this all,
CEO is very, very excited to meet you.
yeah, I want to talk to him too. Feel like we might come upon an agreeable stance about the future.
He is hoping for that too. In any case, the 22nd floor is where we're going to go. And yeah, he leads you to a bank of elevators. And there's another man whispering into an earbud. As he sees the two of you enter the elevator.
Oh, never mind.
Would you like to do something?
I was wondering if I could maybe unleash my powers and have a gentle breeze help carry the sound a little bit more. So he has to speak up a little bit more and catch what he's saying.
Roll freak.
Oh boy.
You catch is not with them.
Fair enough.
And you go up the elevator banks. It's the same cleanliness you've seen so many other times, and to Traveler, you're just so many other horrors. As you climb and climb, and then you hear the ding. Traveler, you flinch, and all you can imagine is just pouring grenades through the door. To Bastion, you just see a plain old kind of hallway with just doors waiting out the side of it. Traveler continues on. And you still follow it. And you eventually reach a conference room. The west side of it is you enter through the east side, and on the opposite side is just pane glass windows. A very pleasant conference room with blinders not pulled, and you just see a couple of security guards, and at one end of the table you see post-trauma, like a vape pen in his mouth, just spinning in one of the chairs. At either of his hips is either a crowbar or a pistol. And he's just lazily just spinning in his chair. And he looks at you at the door, and all you can what like all of the like the word that comes off of his face mask is damn. And he continues spitting, and then a puff of smoke comes out.
Care to explain?
He just
Okay.
points down to the center of the table when you see this figure. Precisely as he is.
I can't not see that and basically unclench a little bit.
Yeah, that's a tension killer right there.
And he's exactly as he is. He sees he sees you unclench and goes, "Well, I'd hope so. Christ. I'm a schemer, not a fighter." That's what he's for. And he's not even for fighting you in general. I'm the peace offering. Kinda, sorta. Maybe not for the timeless one, but for now, for the present.
Mm. I would like to perhaps make the present peacetime offering into a more long-staying future negotiation.
Ooh. Going to give us a foothold in your reality now?
Better than you throwing a whole bunch of innocent people in danger. I think this conflict has gone on for too long, and both sides need to
Omens
stop.
in the sun. That is what we want again. We have been robbed of that.
I'll talk about omens, but I'm not giving the sun.
No, I don't mean like Widow. Actually, well, that was one of the older conditions, but we just want to feel the warmth.
I, at the very least, do not feel that is an unfair
And maybe a planet.
ask. Planet, I would have again.
And
This
space
is a
travel.
this is a discussion that I am trying to start, but
And
I cannot promise anything yet.
And he sips his cup of tea.
As you know, I am a conduit. I'm not a god, and on top of that, I'm not one of the big three. So,
Yes.
hoping that I want to see if both sides are willing to get to the table and at least discuss, and have this be the last trial. I'm not one for passing a problem on into antiquity, hoping that the next one will deal with it. I want this settled. I want to know that there'll be one less danger facing people I care about. So I'm probably the most agreeable you're going to get.
For now. Maybe one in the future we could get
Yeah, but thing is are you willing to keep
Minerva.
losing until
We
then?
could have gotten Minerva's champion. Minerva's champion would have been someone we could have dealt with like this. Just informing you of that. And Vulcan never really cared for it. He just sent a war machine after the champion. And we're not a problem he wishes to solve.
Yeah,
And I don't want to even speak about Pluto or Mars.
Yeah, that's why I am trying to take the Jupiter route of getting this deal to happen.
Well, you do get one wish, kid.
That being?
Anything you want. Mind you, world peace is very tough. It must be within reach of the god.
Well, I can't speak for the gods. Can this wish just be for myself if it's a smaller scale? It's very simple, and it only is limited to the scope of this challenge. I want the de-escalation of scales of attacks. I don't want any more citizens being involved in this fight, like they were in the second trial. I don't know what the fourth of your number is doing, but leaving the city is not indicative of it being something that is going to solely target myself.
Well, kid, we've all lost people, and like I said, Mars and Pluto weren't pretty.
Yeah, but people of the city have nothing to do with Mars and Pluto. I don't think really either cares.
Well, that's just... I mean, did anyone die?
They very well could have.
They could have, but did they?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, they would have reported it. A mysterious plague and everyone was fine.
And that's not even the point. Death isn't. You're disrupting a whole bunch of people's lives who have literally nothing to do with this conflict and have had nothing to do with it for generations of their families.
Humanity hurls itself upon a spear.
And I'm saying my wish is for you to stop being a spear for this one conflict. At least until the negotiations begin
All right.
about your position in the world from now on.
We'll provoke.
Yep.
All right, I get it. You want us to stop us being a spear where kind of we'd like influence on the world again via omens and whatever, and actually spreading our wings instead of gnawing at each other. And we're gonna have a list of conditions. You're gonna have a list of conditions that'll have to be worked out with. I'll spread a message.
Thank
to be
you.
honest, I only had post-trauma here because of your friend.
I'm equally disagreeable to him, if it makes you feel better.
That's sad because he's part of your retinue.
Yeah. I can't fight you there.
In any case, I'll spread the message. Oh, God, I'm so... Well, because you didn't get a show, trauma, you'll get double the pay. And he just looks to him and goes, I'm okay with that. Oh, I forgot. Here's the trial of the situation. This building is housing multiple corporate secrets that the Timeless One is going to hate. You have 1 hour to kill as many. You have actually, no, not 1 hour, 10 minutes to kill as many, to find them and kill them.
Wait, what did he say?
I'm housing multiple conflicts in this building that lead to that one's future, and he points to Traveler.
Out of character, are you saying to change the future? Because if so, this is the most Bardock thing ever, and I'm going to immediately destroy them.
You have 10 minutes to do it cleanly. Mind you, you can't just blow up the building because, 1, you'd have to get all the people out. 2, destruction of public property, and that would take away the fun.
He nods.
There are multiple such liaisons. Of course, there is still a lot, but these are starting points for some of the worst, or some of the ones.
Are there any indications as to how they differ from the other individuals, or is this just
No, I don't mean individuals, I mean secret. Inventions, plots, ideas, mergers.
Most of that would exist on networks and be backed up in places beyond just in one location. And she's just
That
dead
would be
eyeing him.
true. Except for one thing. Birds are nonsensical. I'm giving you this one golden opportunity.
Okay, Traveler, can you remember anything about the future that's tied to this place at all? We might be able to see if I extend my senses through, we can see the starts of it and get a better idea as to how to stop it.
I guess that'd be assess, basically.
You'd have to roll.
Try to remember that.
I think 20th. Yeah, you can roll assess with 20th century studies.
Ooh, god damn.
Oh, what does the future know about this moment?
You remember fucking nothing. Because this team didn't exist when the future started, until the Picotech went back with you. It's kind of a catch-22. But you know what? There was something weird about the mayonnaise thing.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just the whole concept.
I guess I have mayonnaise to work with.
Wasn't it a lawsuit on like proprietary use of mayonnaise or something like that?
Yes.
Can I unleash my powers to extend my senses to try to hear anything or like?
Well, at this point, that's the only thing that comes to mind. So I just say the word mayonnaise as I'm still dead eyeing him.
Yeah, I guess. Cam, can I don't know, something that like to assess the situation? At least my powers been reading the files. Just something. I don't know what to do with this little.
What do you mean you don't know what to do with mayonnaise?
Yeah.
You spread it on a sandwich.
Can I find the metaphorical solution sandwich by which to spread the mayonnaise problem and dissolve it into a delicious sandwich of future changing? I don't know what role that is, but there you go.
And is there a map to the building anywhere I would have quick access to?
You're gonna have to roll an assess for that one. And Sam, I guess you would also have to roll assess.
All right.
And it's at this point that rock and roller reaches the building.
In a stolen mayonnaise truck. Not stolen, let's say. Given by one of his groupies.
Jeez.
You don't remember anywhere there's been a map.
I'm just so fucking close to raging right now. I can't think straight. Shouldn't say that, but like that's visibly why that's how I'm narratively explaining why I'm failing.
Well, I guess the future thing. There's also a couple other things that are dependent on people, much like your family tree somewhere. And then there's let's see, David Bowie's first show costume, and then an actual technological multi-tool.
Does
I mean,
my
it's-
assess get us something?
So, Bastion, to mayonnaise, you're thinking about lawsuits. Like they said lawsuits. So, the legal department? And you can ask one follow-up question or one other question.
Uh, what can I use here to identify the secrets we need to destroy?
There's one in each department. Specifically, it's the top priority.
Awesome. Many departments are in this.
Yes, because you are in a super corporation.
Yeah, and we know there's at least 22 floors above ground.
There's technically 30.
There's technically 3 departments, or
No,
technically
30 floors.
Okay, I thought you said 3. I was like, well,
No.
3 is less than 22, and now I'm confused. It's like, really, if you squint your eyes, 22 floors is actually just 3. I'm
Well,
like,
he said the
what
birds don't make sense.
Yeah. I guess I'm gonna go find the legal department.
But first, let's get back to rock and roll. Rock and roll, you reached the building.
Yep.
You see a man whispering, "Never mind, he's here," into his mic. And like you see, like we were working at like Sam and Trout were kind of like bust their heads together to figure all this shit out, and then suddenly like post trauma just takes his like robo arm and smacks it upside his helmet and goes, "You said what?" And they go, "He's here." And he kind of looks to the gentle bird and go, "Well, look at that. Huh. You already said I'm getting paid double, and the other job's here. Woo wee! Ha!" And he like opens up the window and just steps out of it.
We were already out of the room when that happened, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
But you still hear like the resounding crunch and screaming. And Rock and Roller, you're looking off to the side of the door, and lo and behold, a body comes sailing at basically free fall into a car, splatters, and what goes into the lobby through a window is one robotic hand.
No, my mayonnaise. And he just takes out a bunch of like fries, puts it in his mayonnaise, and just eats it. What the fuck, who are you?
And blood kind of starts slurping up out of itself and into the truck again as we see post-trauma like kind of like scrunch his neck together and like the robot arm just kind of reattaches itself.
Are you the guy who gets paid to fight us?
I'm only here to make sure you don't get in the gentle bird's way. Whether
Well,
that's the easy way or the hard way is dependent on me and my urging.
well, I guess then let's fight. And I throw away the mayonnaise and take out my guitar.
And he brings up his pistol and crowbar and goes, "I was hoping you'd say that."
Well, then bring it, Gordon Freeman.
If only I was that cool.
Dude, you have a lot more lines than him already, and I hate it. And yeah, I'm crossing crowbar and guitar with the man.
Roll a danger.
Yeah, roll danger for me, please.
Oh yeah, that's right. Fuck me. I forgot about that.
Fighting yourself.
You failed.
Oh no! What did I roll?
A 6.
All right. Well, mark, potential.
You have an advancement.
Oh, yeah. I'll decide over that later. But yeah.
And as you kind of like you do one strum, and then he kind of like gets like sliced in 3 parts as he's like charging you. And then like and he's still just kind of like doing that like weird like continuously running in pace, even if like it's like his body is like hopping on top of each other.
That's weird.
It's kind of like in
Okay.
those old cartoons,
Okay.
and it kind of just like the 3 body parts keep hopping until they like go into one, and he just takes the crowbar underneath your jaw and just hurls you across the lobby.
No.
And we roll to take a powerful blow, which you're at 2 conditions. And you're at a 10.
Shit. Oh. Damn. What are the options at a 10?
Lose control of your powers, take a powerful blow.
Wait, but I took a powerful blow already.
I mean, not take a powerful blow, be knocked out from the fight or leave or something. And then 2 options from 7 and 9.
Damn it. I guess I take. What are some options from 7 to 9? Sorry, I really don't have anything in front of me.
No,
right?
it's fine. We have one of them is go through the pain, provoke your teammates, which you really can't.
Can't really. Yeah.
And lose ground.
Well then, how about lose my power in a unforeseen way? I never did that, so how about that?
All right. So we see this, and as you kind of are getting hurled, you're just like, your guitar kind of like breaks from you, and then we just like you hit like you basically get thrown from you hit concrete and you lose control of your guitar. And like even before like you like lose your control over it, you just strum a tritone.
Oh, I say in slow motion.
And like post trauma goes, suck it, bitch, and like the strum just goes up the entire building. And Malignant is now starting to lean as structural integrity has been lost.
God damn it!
So at what point do we hear? Because clearly we would hear before
Yeah,
anything else.
you hear the tritone as you're like in the legal department.
Yeah.
Well, are we? I assume we also hear the building giving.
Yes, you do.
Turn to Traveler and say, I don't know how, but you're gonna have to try to destroy the secrets. I need to stop this building from falling.
Let's go save these people.
Yeah, fucking rush and try to. How is it coming apart? Like,
So it kind of took like a sound wave, made it into like a lightning blade, and it swirled through the building 3 times. Also, apparently, like it was the devil's note, so everything is like coming apart.
so this is a level of damage I can't really repair. Uh, is it within my means to like evacuate everyone from the building?
Well, the Spider-Man try to continuously hold something with his webs together?
Yes, that's why I chose the evacuate rather than trying to literally like be the building for a bit.
So, seeing that this is all going to collapse and knowing there's no real way to save everybody, I reach into my pocket and pull out the adrenaline shot and just jam myself with it again. And as that kicks on, just start bamfing as many people as I can out.
So I'm gonna have you guys roll Savior.
Actually, alternatively, can this be a situation where I wield my powers with precision and grace? Because
Yes, that is possible.
yeah, I think I'm gonna use it to kind of do a mixture of like this the goal of this action is no longer like full saving the building, but simply allowing avenues for escape, like uh kind of you see Earth like solidify, wind pushing people to like fire escapes and stuff like that, like a whole bunch of small exact movements to help guide everyone out of the building as they feel it kind of shaking apart. And I want to use it to neutralize a threat for now. The threat being like the structural integrity of this building.
Take a hold of something vulnerable to you. I mean, if you were using that to like keep the building together.
Right, just enough to get everyone out, which is why it's like for now and not just me solving the problem.
Create a thing for me. Oh, this is really weird because it's like a mixture of both.
Yeah, I'm like using freak in both of the ways it's intended to be used, of changing the environment and also neutralizing a threat with wield your powers. Because the threat happens to be the environment.
Right? Man, I made myself a conundrum.
Well, I mean, actually, you made the perfect situation for a freak roll.
Yeah, that's
Both of
also
them.
true. So wield your powers.
And on my
Yeah,
8,
yeah.
I'm just going to expose myself to danger.
Alright, you're gonna have to take you're getting people, but you're not getting them out fast enough, so you're gonna have to take a bit of the building crumbling on you.
But maybe I stop that or something. I don't know. I'm doing the best I can.
Now roll a savior +1.
That's enough. I mean, I'll take the hit rather than everyone in this building.
That's
So-
Probably from
With the wind pushing people out, Earth trying to bandage and like make kind of like sliding tunnels out of the building, using even the generic sunlight as a kind of pins to keep the building together. The gentle bird, you kind of like just see him like 1 second against the window and go, huh. Well, I'll carry your message. Oh, I forgot to give you something.
Please be fast.
Yeah, he kind of like goes up to you, like flies up to you, weirdly just like flapping his human arms. And he gets on your shoulder and he pulls out a ticket, holds it up to you and go, "This is a metro ticket for Tokyo, Japan.
Okay, why?
Number 4 is out of the country.
Oh, Japan. Thanks.
Play the game." And he stuffs it in your pocket.
Please run.
I'm a bird.
Fly! I don't care. I can't hold this very long.
And we just see him flapping with once again his human arms out of the building. And we're now in the ground floor, and post-trauma is now seeing this and going, well, he walks over to you, R&R, and goes, so you gonna do something about it?
Dude, don't do that ever again.
Look, it's not my fault. I didn't know you could ruin the entire building with your guitar. That's kind of irresponsible.
It's a devil's note, man. You're not supposed to play that.
You strummed it. I didn't even hold the guitar.
Bill, how about you don't attack me while I do something?
What do you mean? You struck at me first. I said, I'm here to escort you and keep you out of the way of the gentleman. And then you're like, then we're going to fight.
That was conveyed very poorly.
What?
Anywho, and I pick up my guitar again and strum it. And what I think I'm going to try to do is to stabilize the building by like, you know, when you like subvert like electricity through metal things, they become magnetic.
Yeah, so you're gonna have to
I want to
roll
do
on that.
Yeah,
as post-trauma is now violently throwing people out of the building and onto the opposite street that the building is falling towards.
All right. What is it?
Oh, freak. Oh, what? Let me tell you. I'm sorry, I keep forgetting. You rolled a 10.
Yeah.
So once again, Bastion, you hear strumming. And you can feel the building just starting to like pull itself together like even tighter than you were trying to even do it.
I just don't know what I would play. Magnets.
I'm trying to think of it myself.
Magnets, how do they work?
I'm gonna leave the building if everyone's out, and then the building's.
Yes.
He's gonna leave and get ready to destroy the building if need be, from just prevent it from hitting anything else.
Yeah, if I can't find anybody else, I pop out too.
Yeah, so you have to take Bastion. It's like pulling a muscle, keeping this building up. So take a powerful blow, and Chalvor, you get hit by debris and some lightning as it currents through and hits and blasts you.
Jeez.
Oh my fucking god! I can't believe it.
Did
For
they
the
happen?
first time in this entire campaign, I failed a take a powerful blow. God bless America. Jesus fucking God. I had 3 conditions. There's times where I have 0 and I still roll a 10. Oh.
Man, that's a fucking first. Bastion, never mind about pulling a muscle. You do fine. You, Traveler, what's your thing?
I'm going to struggle past the pain and mark 2 conditions.
So, yep, you struggle past like your arm fracturing on you, and
I am marking angry and insecure. Angry should be pretty obvious, and insecure because I still don't know if I actually got anybody or got everybody.
and that's all right. As you kind of just pull all of this together, and eventually, like Bastion gets to you as you successfully manage to evacuate the building. It's Halcyon City. Live and Let Live is already on the site, and yes, now that you're out of the building, everyone is. Even Poach Trauma is kind of just scratching his head and go and looks to see media trucks coming and going, and like he shouts to you guys and go, "I'm not the calamity. I'm not the calamity. I'm not the calamity."
He kind of sees him and is like, "Hey, wait a minute.
Nope.
Why the hell did that even happen in the first place? I thought we weren't fighting."
I may have insinuated fighting to your friend if he didn't cooperate, and he hurled himself at me.
He just a deep sigh, and he's like, "All right, I'm just gonna assume that we passed this one. Go. I'll deal with the fucking fallout again."
I mean, yeah, and like the building's starting to like is now starting to like tip over, and now like you can see the floor starting to like crash in on itself.
I mean, I would still like stay in the lobby and play to keep the thing stable until Live and Let Live is there.
Yeah, and Live and Let Live is okay. This actually is a good point. So you're gonna need to take a condition to keep that up.
Yeah, which one do I don't have right now?
You don't have afraid, guilty, or
Then let's take guilty. That's a good one. So yeah, I'm standing in the lobby playing Hero of the Day by Metallica to keep the building stable. They
and
probably started over for like the 15th time by now.
yeah, you're just screaming as like your fingers are starting to hurt. And you're keeping the building together. It's not falling. And
Yeah,
Live and Let
it's
Live, it's
just-
starting to like make a block. Like the police are starting to make a block radius, and Live and Let Live is starting to like some folks are flying, trying to like throw like kind of like earth bend concrete together. And let me roll a 2d6 plus 3. Yeah. And between rock and roller, playing his heart out, and Live and Let Live, kind of construction and emergency facilities as some of them even make like stanchions to like humongous pillars out of the earth to like keep it together.
Alright, can I stop playing?
And yeah, after some 30 minutes, you can stop playing finally.
Just sit down. Whew.
And like the last Live and Let Live person to like be active before they also do the whole woof thing is just one guy just puts a sign and says marked for destruction.
Feels good stopping catastrophic events that you caused yourself. Well, halfway caused yourself. I still blame the other kid. At least 50%.
And as we see mom and dad of the team look towards the rebellious first child, I think we'll leave it there.
Alright.
Thanks for coming, folks. I'm sorry that the time was tumultuous, and I hope you had fun. In any case, how the session moves.
Guess grow to my own image. Though I don't have the stats in front of me, so I don't know.
Okay, you're going to your own images. Freak 1, danger free, savior -1, superior free, mundane -2.
Maybe Danger Down and Freak Up.
All right. Bastion or Traveler.
Probably Grown to Image, Savior down, because I could have done a better job getting everybody out. And Freak Up, just because that probably put some more emphasis on needing to still learn my powers better.
I'm sorry you didn't do this much this time around, Traveler.
Oh, no, it's fine.
I'm gonna go grow closer to Traveler. Man, all my stats are in like the pole direction, so you can't touch Freak at all, because it's locked. Danger can't go down. Superior can't go up. Mundane can't go down.
Danger can go down though.
No,
No.
can't. Danger and Mundane are at -2. Superior's at 3. You can't move Freak.
So Savior's free to move.
Yes.
Move that up. And I mean, I guess
you're moving
Superior down.
Superior down. Short of literally any other options.
Well, and we can pin that on the sudden destruction caused by the team at the end, basically, and as the only narrative justification I can come up with, basically, is just shit going down and it's supposed to be your watch type of thing.
Yeah, the always Bastion has to take the fall for the calamity problem situation. And I also get an advancement out of it. I think I'm gonna check someone permanently loses influence over me, and I add +1 to a label. And I'm gonna say, for once again throwing our team into danger, especially since it's sounding like it was his fault. Rock and Roller can't gain influence with Sam anymore.
Well, in any case, have a good night, folks.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Night.
Bye.